Hey guys, it's Stars here. I had a question presented to me on YouTube that was asking me how appends work and how to choose from a multi-append voice bank. Um, I technically only have one multi-append voice bank, really. Well, actually, I have two, but I only really use one now because, Act 6 is outdated. Um, and here's a problem with the multi-append voice banks. Um, a lot of people actually code things differently. So some people will do the basic coding while they will have like the up and the down arrows, which is technically designed for multi-pitch, not it's not actually designed for multiple pens. I've never seen one of the lists created for multiple pens. Um, So it really depends on the person. Um, but what we are going to do is I'm going to show you guys how Trina's multiple append voice bank works. I don't know if this works. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. Sometimes UTAU doesn't like multiple append and multi-pitch voice banks for VCV coding. Sometimes it will not even do it, so that's why I'm not sure. See, all that process and nothing happened. Okay. We're just gonna... No, I can't do that. Crap. I hate when I get a CVUST and I need like a VCV one for the process. Because VCV is basically every single voice bank now. Because CV is so freaking slow. It's not that great anymore. Also, I'm sorry about the quality. For some reason, my actual recording microphone, which is what I was going to use for this, decided to, like this is what happens every time I plug it. Because every time I plug it in, it says this in the corner. And it's like, how do you not recognize this mic? And it got accidentally unplugged too. Like, I don't even know how it got unplugged. Alright, so CV to VCV. And okay, everything should be fine. Alright. Everything should be okay. Alright, so the bass voice is going to sound like this. I don't need to clear the UST, I don't know why I care. As you can tell, I haven't really used this voice bank in a while because it's like rendering so slow. I don't know why. Okay, so Trina Wallington's Act 7 is a multi-pitch, multi-append voice bank. let me pull up the OTAU for you guys so you can see this. Meaning it has three appends, like the main append, which is the main voice bank, power append, which is kind of a little bit more Kyrie style, and then there is the soft append. Each one of them has a special coding to make them work. There's over 10,000 files, I guess. According to this down here. But, so each pitch is coded with the pitch number, like F4, and like that. And each append is coded with, you're gonna go up, and up, and up, and up, and up, and up, and up. There are so many symbols. So each append is coded with this right here. This is, so this is for Shining Star, I believe. Yes, Shining Star. I love how it says D4, but then the analysis is B3. I don't even know why I did that. I might have just like copy and pasted the thing without even changing it, because I was having a blonde moment. Anyways, so all of these add symbols are the soft append. All of these stars are the power append. So what happens when you use this voice bank? Oh, now I know why. Okay, I know why I coded it with all the pitches being the same, to save a little bit of work for people not to have to type in the letters too. All right. So there are a couple of different ways you can go about using an append voice bank. Some people use, if they find a power voice bank that goes well with the main voice bank, some people will actually modify the prefix map, which is right here, and see where all this C5 is, like they would add the power from there up. But that's actually not a very good method, especially if you have a multi-pitch bank already. What you're going to do is you're going to actually go to built-in tools and suffix broker, and then type in the append that you want. So my power append is the star, so I'm just going to hit that. So now all these samples are going to be the star. So going to go through all that. Oh, I'm sorry. I just woke up. So as you heard, oh my god, I didn't try to launch another one. Stupid program. I was trying to open this one. So as you heard, the voice was different. That's because I activated the append that is available. You can also do a mixture of using your appends with your regular voice banks, and mixing your appends as well. So this is going to sound really awful, just going to say it right now. So, because it's going to be soft append, power append. Alright. So you can also manually type in if you want, if you wanna, if you find a power bank and you want it to hit up high and it's encoded like this, you could just type in that instead. So there are some voice banks that are not compatible with these methods, and it's because it's not actually it's not an append in the way of usage, it's an append as in the way of the voice. So like I have a couple of voice banks that are appends, but they're not instilled as appends, part of another voice bank. So the usage property isn't the same. So let's say you wanted to use, if you wanted to use Trina's Sugar Append, for example, that is a whole different voice bank. It doesn't have any coding specialized for it. You could add your own coding into it to make it work, but I do not advise doing that just because sometimes it can break the program. Just because, no way, it won't break the program so much as it will just sound really awful in the program sometimes, because if the append is so drastically different from the original voice bank, it might sound really wonky. That's why people don't typically use appends very often mixed in unless they were pens designed to work with the other voice bank. Like all of Trina's Act 7 appends inside of her main voice bank, they are designed to go with each other. Same with her Act 6. The other voices are designed for her main voice bank to be used as appends with it, or you could use them as an individual voice bank. So there are a lot of reasons you really need to pay attention to the voices that you are using in UTAU and listen and make sure they actually sound good together, because if you're going to be using a voice that doesn't sound good together, then what's the point of even using it? So let's do this. We're just gonna get rid of the start. I don't know why I'm doing this manually when I can just do it real quick, but whatever. So we'll do that. So although you could kind of tell the difference, you can see here it's so drastically to oh, this is a completely different voice bank. You can do stuff like that to help a lot with how it sounds, but if it doesn't meld together nicely like it does here, then there's no actual point in doing that kind of coding, because it will sound like total crap. So that's pretty much it for how to use an append voice bank that is actually built in. As for append voice banks that aren't actually appends, they're just variations of a voice and aren't actually meant to work with other voice banks in the set. You really need to experiment with that kind of stuff, and you'll have to do the coding on your own. So it's a little bit of a pain in the butt. But yeah, that's how to use an append voice bank that's coded correctly. So you guys have a great rest of your day. Bye!